Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be a mid-monthly reading for all of the signs from mid-month May 2018, focusing specifically on the areas of love and relationships and career and finances. For the love and relationships portion of the reading, I'll be using the Chrysalis Tarot by Holly Sierra. And we'll pull an additional oracle card from the Romance Angels Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue. And for the career and finance portion, I'll use the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti and pull an oracle card from the Life Purpose Oracle card deck. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you can connect with me in a number of ways. The most, the quickest and newest way would be by using the INSTANTGO app on your iPhone or smartphone. It's a great new app that can put us in touch with each other very quickly. If it's just sort of a quick question that you have, we can message each other on it. So I would encourage you to take a look at that. Information for it is in the description box below, but you can just search me up by Changing Phases Tarot once you install the app. Or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com or take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. You'll find information about the types of readings that I offer as well as pricing for the readings. Now, for this month as well, just another reminder, at the end of the month on May 29th, we will be having the next full moon. It's the full moon in Sagittarius, and it's the flower moon. So I'll be putting out, like I usually do, I'll put out a special full moon tarot spread for the full moon, and I also do a giveaway. So be looking out for the special video for the giveaway. And if you're interested, you can you'll watch the video to find out how you can enter into the giveaway to win a free reading with me. It's a one question reading, but I do a 10-card Celtic cross spread, much like I do for the monthly readings. And it's just something that I like to do to give back to everybody who likes my videos and comes on and watches them and subscribes to the channel. I really do appreciate it. So it's just a little something that I do to give back. All right, so I will stop for now, and I will see each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Hi Cancer, I'm here to get into your mid-May reading. As you can see, I have already shuffled off camera and laid the spread just to try to save a little bit of time. So let's get started, beginning with your career and finance part of the reading. You have in the past position the Six of Pentacles, followed by the Queen of Swords, and the outbound energy for the month of May, the Nine of Pentacles, and the overall energy for the rest of the month, the card at the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Cups. And the Life Purpose Oracle card is Leadership, take charge of this situation, which I think kind of goes along with the overall energy for the month. So let me start with the overall energy, I think. The Seven of Cups. This card, or the Suit of Cups, we have one Cups card, two Pentacles, one Sword. So we don't have any Wands here. But all four of the cards are minor arcana cards. So this tells me that, what's going on within the area of career, finance, is very much within, you are very much in control of this. So it's you kind of holding the reins and, dictating what goes on within these two, within this area of your life. So the Seven of Cups, it deals with emotions, deals with feelings. It's also the suit of intuition, right? Water energy. And the Seven of Cups is a card that speaks of choices, but kind of too many choices. It's that fantasy card. Kind of makes me think of when you, as a child, you're walking past a storefront and you see, if it's a toy store, you see all those wonderful toys in the in the window display, and you can't decide which one you want. They all look so beautiful, and you're kind of like, oh, I love that one and that one and that one. But if you don't actually decide which one it is that you want, and say, okay, I definitely want that one right there, then they're all just they're up sort of pie in the sky, these up in the air types of things. So it's a card that speaks of too many options, right? This could be for some of you weighing your options as far as jobs go. This could be you checking out different job opportunities on the internet, going onto job sites, checking out all the postings, applying to some of them, weighing up your options here. It does call for taking charge, which is why I think that this leadership card ties in quite well with the overall theme for the remainder of the month, because you need to take charge of whatever the Seven of Cups is. Choose one of the cups here. They all look wonderful, but they're all just up in the air imagination until you finally focus on one of them and say, okay, I'm going to go after that one, and choose which cup is going to be your holy grail, that one cup that's going to bring you what it is that you desire. Now, starting off here in the past position with the Six of Pentacles, the Suit of Pentacles, you have two Pentacles cards here, goes with the tangible things here in the material realm. So it's we usually associate it with our work. It's the money that we earn. It's material prosperity. Has to do with education and knowledge. And the Six of Pentacles, much like the Six of in the major arcana, which is the Lovers, so it's this sort of choice card. It's like this balance, this weighing up. The Six of Pentacles, you can see that the man actually has the balance, right? He has the scale there. And then we see the hands that are reaching out to him. So this card usually speaks of you having, it can kind of go both ways. I'll give you, the different meanings. This can be you on the asking end. So this could be you as one of these outstretched hands, seeking assistance from somebody. So, in this case, it could be going to the bank, seeking out a bank loan, getting a loan of money from somebody. It could be you repaying, money that you've borrowed before. It could be somebody, on the other hand, coming to you, asking you for a loan, or repaying money to you that you've loaned to that person before. But it is a card that asks you to, if you are in a financially, decent situation that you are able to help others, you should do that, because you never know when you might be on the receiving end of that. But it doesn't necessarily have to do just with money. It can be giving, giving and receiving, sort of giving of your time, giving of your knowledge. This could be you volunteering. This could be you spending time with other people, giving of your time, going to a community center, offering your assistance. If you have extra time, you have time on your hand, go and offer your assistance there. So it's a give and take, but it also has to do with balance, also has to do with, as far as finances go, yes, you should be spending money, but you should also be putting money away. So having that, the balanced finances at home as well. In the workplace, this could be, reaching a position where you finally have sort of, you're making ends meet. You're making enough money that, your finances are, they're in a better situation, better position now. This does come in the past. So, in the recent past, going back to the beginning of the month, even back to the last month, there could have been some evening out of your finances, or finally, getting to a point where you're balancing out your finances. And we do have a progression. I'm kind of skipping over here, but the outbound energy for the month of May is the Nine of Pentacles. So there's a progression from the 6 to the 9, and this progression comes about after this Queen of Swords in the present position. So this could be an actual person coming in who's playing a significant role during the month of May. If so, then typically this would be an older air sign individual, male or female, right? Not gender specific in these general readings. So Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini for the Queen of Swords. But the kings and queens in the tarot, they've really mastered their particular suit. So she's somebody who's older. She's mastered the suit of swords, which is the suit of the mind. It's a suit of the intellect. It's where we set our intentions. It also has to do with communication, how we get our thoughts across to other people, how we communicate with other people. And she's a very forceful, she's a very honest individual. She's very fair. She's very just. She's also very good at using her intellect to diffuse, problems, conflicts, and she's a great communicator. Sometimes her words can be, a little too cutting, they can be a little sharp at times, but she's very straightforward. She's very honest. She's very direct. So again, this could be, this individual could be coming in. This could be in the workplace, could be a boss within the workplace, your superior. And because of this individual, there's this, increase from the Six of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles. This could be you taking on the energy of this Queen of Swords and, really going after, deciding on which cup it is that you want. If this is a job, promotion, if this is a different job, if this is starting up your own business, if this is, beginning a new creative endeavor or doing something on the side. This is you just, using your intellect, being very forthright and direct. And then you leave the month with this Nine of Pentacles, which is a great card to have. It's a card that speaks of financial independence, financial security. And there's definitely, a big jump from the Six of Pentacles to the Nine. So significant increase. You could be, there could be a significant increase in your finances by the end of the month. This could be through a pay increase at work. This could be through a new job, right? Maybe you're leaving one job, getting another one that pays you considerably more than what you have been earning. But she's made the type of life for herself that she always envisioned. She's worked long and hard. She's accrued all of this wealth here. She's in this beautiful, garden. She's feeling very good about what she's achieved for herself. So she's definitely, she's taken control of the situation. She's increased, made this jump from the Six of Pentacles to the Nine. So I do feel that this Seven of Cups, once you focus on one of the cups and decide what it is that you actually want, there's significant gain attached to that here, right? There could definitely be significant gain for you by the end of the month. Going to this leadership card. Let me find my guidebook. I like to read the full meaning for the oracle card. So we have leadership. This card says, this card comes to you as a signal that you're ready to assume your role as a leader. You recently may have come across a situation in which you thought somebody should do something about this. Well, you are that somebody. Although you may not feel entirely prepared or qualified to assume your leadership role, the angels assure you that you are ready. They will guide you through every step so that you can gain confidence and certainty about your path. Take time to meditate and listen to your inner guidance, which will clearly show you your first steps upon this path. Your leadership will inspire others to speak up and take charge of their lives as well. So there could definitely be a promotion here for some of you during the month. And the Seven of Cups could be, you looking at the different job opportunities, picking one of them, and it definitely could be a promotion, a step up for you, moving up from one position to the next. I was just getting something else off of this Queen of Swords. I mean, she can be, usually when we see the swords, it can be a profession that has to do with using kind of precision instruments, so like a doctor or something like that. It can also have to do with, it is an actual sword, so it could have to do with like the military or police force. Since she is a great communicator, she could be a counselor, she could be a teacher, somebody who, gets up in front of others and speaks. So, many different options here for this Queen of Swords. But it's either this Queen of Swords helping you move up to a better position and a pay, and there's a pay increase involved, or this is you just embodying the Queen of Swords and just going after and, really taking control and becoming, or moving into this leadership position, however that plays out for you in your particular life. And then, with that goes this increase in money as well, right? And improvement in your finances. So very good. All right, let's move on. So love and relationships. We have in the past position, Three of Mirrors. This would be the Three of Cups in the traditional tarot. Followed by in the present, Major Arcana number 19, the Sun. The outbound energy for the month of May, Major Arcana number 7, the Chariot, and in this deck it's Hearn the Hunter. And the overall energy for the remainder of the month is the Eight of Mirrors. This would be the Eight of Cups in the traditional tarot. And the Romance Angels card, you have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, so where to begin? Let's start off with the Eight of Mirrors as the overall energy. So the suit of mirrors would be cups in the traditional tarot. And that suit deals with, emotions, feelings, relationships, intuition. And the Eight of Mirrors, or Eight of Cups, is actually one of the two transition cards in the tarot, right? We usually think of the Six of Swords and the Eight of Mirrors, or Eight of Cups, as the transition cards because it's for moving. It has to do with moving away from one thing into, another situation. And usually with the Eight of Mirrors, we sort of associate it with walking away from something that no longer serves us, something that, no longer emotionally fulfills us, in search of something better, something that will bring us greater emotional joy or fulfillment. In this deck, much like, the other cards that I'll get to, they do have slightly different meanings in this Chrysalis tarot deck. You can see that he isn't actually walking away, he is moving, right? But we see that the mirrors are kind of on this path behind him here, and he is heading, forwards, and he's facing us as he walks down this new path. So, in this deck, it does have the meaning of, walking toward something instead of walking necessarily away from something is what you're heading into that's the focus here. And so on this card, the key word associated with the card in this deck is selfless. And so there's a focus here on wisdom. There's a focus on sort of the going inwards with this card. And there's also this self-awareness that's tied to the card. And the Eight Mirrors that we see lining this path, let me hold them up so you can see them a bit better. These Eight Mirrors are actually to do with or reflect the teachings of the great sages. So they reflect selflessness, truthfulness, harmlessness, mindfulness, respectfulness, goodness, peacefulness, and righteousness. So, it's a more of a personal sort of self-awareness type energy surrounding this card. Is a little bit different in this deck. But if we think of the Eight of Mirrors or Eight of Cups, traditionally, it has to do with leaving something behind and heading towards something that, that's going to bring you greater joy. And the cards that we have here, we also have the Chariot as the outbound energy, which is a card of movement. The other two cards are very positive cards. So we have the Three of Mirrors in the past position, the Three of Cups, and usually we associate this card with some type of celebration, right? It's more cups, more water energy. Sometimes this card appears when there's a celebration of like an engagement or a wedding. Could be celebration of news of a pregnancy, news of a birth of a child. Or it could be as simple as, getting together with friends, going out, just, spending that time with other people, having a nice time, enjoying the company of the other people. And just, being in that moment, enjoying that moment. But it could also have, a more significant message of, celebration, like a specific celebration of something, greater than that. It is in the past position. So there could have been, going back towards the beginning of the month or even into last month, there could have been some type of celebration, coming together with friends, with families, just being, feeling very compassionate towards other people. Um, in general, kind of, good fortune, goodwill, and happiness, right? If this is a relationship, this could, be in the past, just celebrating something to do with that relationship, or, going out with friends to celebrate something about the relationship. And then you have in the present the Sun card, Major Arcana, and it really, it's a great card to have because it, besides illuminating and shining its light on everything, it speaks of good fortune, it speaks of good health, right? It's a card of great joy, of great happiness. Whereas like the moon casts a shadow, the sun really does come in to illuminate. So it brings in, confidence. It sort of instills confidence in you, it brings in high energy, it brings in vitality. Um, and I was just focusing on, you see how in this deck, the sun actually is shedding a tear, which is not normal because, I mean, or it's not the way that the sun is usually portrayed. I don't mean it's not normal, but it's in the traditional tarot, the sun is just, it's very, very positive. Here, the sun sheds this tear, not because of, the sun is sad or anything like that. It's because it speaks of this, sadness, father son, sort of the sadness of the father son seeing his children, turning towards a life of materialism and power as opposed to, beauty and truth and justice. So there's a lot of symbolism in these cards. So it goes a little bit deeper than, say, in the traditional meaning of it. But even so, it's a very, don't let the tear here throw you off. It is an extremely positive card, and it really does represent success to, if there's something that within this relationship, there's sort of a big yes, to whatever. If there's a question you have, it's a very positive card. And then we have the Chariot card, which is, again, it's a card of victory. So we have, Major Arcana number 7. And the Chariot card usually speaks of you being in control, you taking the reins, you moving forward. It can represent actual movement, physical movement, to a different location, moving across. It's a chariot, so moving by land to a different state, to a different location. But it's very much about you being in the driver's seat, you being very focused, you going after whatever it is that you want here. If there is a question, again, the answer is yes here. So it's, a very affirmative response. So, if we think of this looking at, say, a relationship, if there's a question that you have regarding the relationship, the answer would be, if there's a yes or no answer, we have two big yeses here. This could have to do with, even though I usually think of, the Star card as a card really to do with healing in a relationship, we do have reconciliation here. So let me read the meaning for the reconciliation card, and then I'll come back to, how that relates to the other cards in your reading. So let me find it here in the guidebook. Reconciliation. It says, this card indicates that an ex-lover may be re-entering your life. The first person you think of, likely, is who it will be. The purpose of this reconciliation is to achieve healing and closure with respect to your past. You will understand more about yourself and see your relationship patterns more clearly. You'll also take responsibility for the role you played in the relationship's drama, which will free you from the tyranny of unforgivefulness. Reconciliations are ultimately about taking care of unfinished business. This card could also possibly mean making peace with a family member or a friend. Each relationship is a sacred learning experience, so be open to this reunion's lessons and blessings. Ultimately, all healings help your love life and every other part of your world. And I mean, it is interesting because, I keep getting off of the Sun card, I get a healing energy off of it, which isn't, usually, like I said, I think of the Star card as healing, but with the Sun, I do feel that there's, there could be this Eight of Mirrors, something from the past, you walked away from it in the past, it was no longer serving you. And then, that maybe there's been some type of healing, and now you really are taking the reins. You feel that you're in control. There could possibly be this, for some of you. Obviously, this won't resonate with everybody. It does seem to be quite specific for this group of people. So again, I'd encourage you to watch your rising sign and moon sign videos as well as your sun sign. But for some of you, that could be a getting back together with somebody from your past, whether this is romantic in nature or, if it's a friend or a family member, but there's some type of reconciliation and healing involved. And it's going, but you're in control this time, and you've made this conscious decision to allow this person back into your life. And there's definitely, a significant spiritual growth attached to this. And so, if this opportunity does appear over the next couple of weeks, allow this person to come back into your life to see, okay, has this person changed? How have I changed since, we were last together? Give this reconciliation a chance, whatever this means. Because it could be for your own, emotional growth, spiritual growth. Definitely, very interesting message for the love and relationships part of your reading. So I do hope that the messages have helped you. I look forward to reading for you again. I thank you for joining me today. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.